Hello, my name is Amina and I'm your decision specialist. And today I'm a very embarrassed decision-making specialist because today, guess what? I became one of my own clients. Every time I think I've walked up the stairs and I learned something new and I can teach you and my clients, I slip and I watch myself tumbling down the stairs. Yep, down to my knees. They're probably still skinned or bruised. What happened is that I was attending a Zoom webinar and we had the teaching part, and then we had our breakout time where groups of us met in a Zoom room, and we didn't choose who was going to meet with us. That was divided by one of the moderators, one of their people. And so I wound up, and here I was in a room with two other people. We were supposed to be five, and some people, I guess, chose not to come. And I could see the video feed of two people, and mine was blank, black, blank. And I thought, oh my gosh. And I am not a genius in terms of Zoom. I'm still on the learning curve. And so I was embarrassed. And the other two people were very gracious and said, go down to the lower left and click video, and I did. And it said go to settings, and then I looked and there was nothing in the immediate settings that told me some place to click, and my video, my face would appear. And so I'm fumbling and it's quiet and it's quiet. And I turned into one of my clients. A client, not a particular one. And what I realized is I had been so embarrassed that I stepped out of my circle, and rather than really being able to think clearly about where to go for the settings, and rather than being able to figure out that, oh my gosh, Amina, you just didn't turn on your camera and let Zoom have access to it. That just never came into my mind, because what was in my mind, and it may happen to you, I'm guessing it happens to everybody else sometimes, if not, good for you, if you don't have skinned knees from tumbling down the steps. So anyway, for me, what happened is I was so busy focused on the two of them, wondering what they were thinking about this person, this professional person that couldn't even do the video feed for Zoom. I cannot tell you the pressure. I could just feel like 75 eyeballs on me, even each of them had two, it didn't matter, inside of me, because I couldn't figure it out. And again, they were very gracious, and I'm thinking, oh, Amina, these are new people. Part of the breakout is to let them know who you are and what you do and what you're learning and what your next steps are. And I barely could remember my name. I had a list of the questions like they did, and finally they kind of started chatting between the two of them and said, you know, we have half an hour, there are only 3 of us, we can do this. And I finally just, I said, if you don't mind, a blank screen and I'll just talk. And next time, I promise you, I will have my video going and I will know how to do it. And so we did it that way. However, this is the other embarrassing part, is I have spent years, decades of showing my clients when they get into a pickle of a mess like that, that they can step out of it and how to do it gracefully and how not to lose themselves. Well, guess what? I didn't do that. I couldn't fumble in my toolbox. I didn't focus well. I didn't bring it all together in one place. I mucked up in terms of telling them who I was, what I did, what my aims were, what my next steps were. Flat. I am telling you, flat. I heard myself, like I'm standing over here and this person, me, is talking, and I was explaining what I did in the most primitive, non-emotional, non-appealing, uninviting, unclear way possible. They were all big hitters in different fields. And here I was. Well, I'm not sure I was even that high. And they were fine. It's just I was utterly mortified. And when I got done with the Zoom call, we agreed we would friend each other on Facebook and LinkedIn and so forth. I was so embarrassed that I almost didn't friend them back. I just wanted to erase that moment, that half hour, and never look at it again. And then I slowed down and I realized that I'm human. Ha! What a concept, of course. And I am guessing that it happens to you and everybody, that even though you are so good in your field, and even though you are so skilled and so gifted, that sometimes you get a splash of cold water when you don't expect it, something uncomfortable happens, something you didn't even think about happening and you hadn't prepared for. And that humbleness is incredible. After I got done being so embarrassed and it faded a little bit, obviously it's not totally gone, is that I wanted to be sure that next time I was in any situation like that, whether or not I could do my video feed, I would stay in my circle and I would be able to communicate who I was, what I was about, where I was going, what I appreciate, and my next step without tumbling down the stairs and talking as if I didn't even know myself. I will be prepared, and I will know what to say so well that it will just start coming out, and then I will be able to meet it and be totally in alignment. That is my story for the day. So I am hoping that when and if, and it certainly will, I'm sure I'm not the only one, that something unexpected will happen. And I am wishing you to be able to be prepared and not be humiliated the way I was. And if you are humiliated, remember this story and remember you are not alone. I'm here. Probably there are a lot of other people out there raising their hands saying, oh yeah, wow, I can remember my turn. So anyway, be as brave as you can. If you can't be as brave as you want, know that it is not the end of the world. Doesn't feel good, and it's not the end of the world, because guess what I found out? I am still here. I am in my circle, and I am doing what I do right here and right now. All right. Thank you for coming. Good wishes. Take care of yourself. Come back. I'll be watching for you. Bye for now.